Good morning, everyone. This semester I am dealing with your lab, that is the organic chemistry lab 2. So, if we go through the syllabus of organic chemistry lab 2, there are mainly two types of practicals. Okay, the first one is to separate and identify binary organic mixture. Okay, so the first type of practical which is there in your syllabus, that is to separate and identify the binary mixture. So until now you have performed in OC1, there is a identification of organic compound by different tests. Okay, preliminary test, sodium fusion test, then functional group detection, melting point. Then you will come to know the name of compound which is present after studying the literature or the given information at the back of the chart. Okay, now for this semester you have to perform similar type of experiment, but here you have two compound in a single mixture. Okay, so the mixture which will provided to you, it may consist of two organic compound. So it is difficult for us to directly testing the mixture to identification of organic compound. So we have to first separate these organic compounds, and then individually we have to identify the two organic compounds which are present in the given mixture. So that is the first part of your experiment, or first type of experiment which is given in your syllabus. Then second one, to recrystallize organic compound. Okay, so there are two types of experiment which are there for your syllabus. First one is to separate and identify the binary organic mixture, and second one to recrystallize the organic compound. Now during synthesis of any compound we are getting the crude product, and as we know the crude product is the non-pure form, or it is impure form. It consists of some impurities, and if we have to eliminate such impurities we have to go for the recrystallization of crude product. So in the recrystallization of crude product, any impurity which is present in the organic compound, it can be eliminated, and after eliminating we are getting the product which is said to be the pure product. Okay, for your syllabus you have to separate and identify 8 binary organic mixture, and in case of recrystallization you have to recrystallize the two organic compounds with use of the suitable solvents. Okay, now we will move to the introductory part of the separation and identification of binary organic mixture. So in the binary organic mixture there are consist of two compounds. Okay, so these compounds are of different nature. One is acidic, another one is basic, one is acidic, phenolic, or the neutral, basic. Like this, there is a combination of two organic compounds which are present in your mixture. Now, if you are the analyst and somebody has given you the mixture of a compound, then if you directly gone through the identification test, so you will not get the exact results, because if one is the acidic compound, one is the basic compound, so you should not know after testing that what is the nature of two compounds. Okay, or if they are having the different functional groups, so if you go for the detection of one functional group, then the second compound, if it has another functional group, it is difficult for you to detect that functional group. For example, if compound having the carboxylic acid and amine group. Okay, so the one compound is having carboxylic acid group, for example RCH2. So the one compound, that is the compound number 1, plus you have given amine, that is compound 2. Now what happens, they are giving the mixture of compound 1 plus 2. Okay, so you are unaware of that, which are the compounds which are present in the given mixture. Okay, now if you are going for direct testing, so you have taken this mixture, you have to go for the suppose functional group detection. What happens if you go for this functional group detection? You may identify that given compound consists of acidic group. Okay, and if you find this is an acidic group, it is difficult for you to find the amine group which is present in the another compound. Are you getting the point? So at a time, if you have to identify the two different compounds, you can't undergo the testing for the mixture directly. Another one, it having the melting point nearly 150 degrees Celsius, it will have melting point suppose 200 degrees Celsius. If you have gone for the taking melting points of this mixture, so what happens at 150 degree, you will find that some of the compound is melted. So what you are saying, this mixture having the melting point 150 degrees Celsius, but it is wrong, because this mixture consists of compound 1 having 150 degrees Celsius, compound 2 having 200 degrees Celsius. So you can't say that the mixture having this melting point. Okay, because mixture consists of two compounds, compound 1 and compound 2, they are different. So you have to test them individually. Are you getting my points? If I have given a mixture to you, don't go directly for the testing this mixture with the preliminary test, functional group detection, melting point, sodium elemental test. You have to first separate. What is your first aim? You have to separate this mixture. So by using the different techniques that we will see later on, by using the different techniques, you have to separate this mixture. Suppose this is a mixture, you have to separate it in compound 1, compound 2. Okay, then after separating compound 1 and compound 2, you have to regenerate the compound. Because sometimes what happens during the separation techniques, the compounds are soluble in the given solvent. You have to use the different solvent for the separation techniques. The compound will be soluble in these different solvents. So if the compounds are soluble in different solvents, you have to regenerate the compound. Suppose compound 1 is soluble, you have to regenerate, you have to get the solid form. Compound 2 is soluble, you have to regenerate, you have to get the solid form if the two compounds are solid in nature. Okay, so in this way, if mixture is present, you have to first separate it. After separating, you are getting compound 1, compound 2. Then you have to regenerate these compounds. Okay, and after regeneration of compounds, you can go for the identification test. For this compound 1 separately, identification test for compound 2 separately. Okay, that means if you are provided with the binary mixture, you have to follow certain steps so that you can identify which two compounds are present in the given mixture. So the first test or the first step to go through this experiment is separation. Okay, you have to separate the different two compounds which are present in the given mixture. Then second one, regenerate, and third one, qualitative analysis of individual compound. Why individual compound? Because they consist of two compounds, so they are having the different natures, they are having the different properties. So you have to undergo the qualitative analysis of individual compounds. In OC lab, what you have done, if you are provided with the benzoic acid, you are identifying at the end it is benzoic acid with different preliminary tests, then different sodium fusion test to detect the elements which are present in the given compound. Then you have performing the functional group test. Finally you are taking the melting point, and then you come to know which compound is present. Okay, now you have to perform the same test, where in the third step, that is the qualitative analysis of individual compound. But before that you have to perform these two one, that is the separation, because it is a mixture, and second one you have to regenerate the compound, so that using these regenerated compounds you can go for the qualitative analysis of individual compounds. Now we will move to the next part. What will be the physical nature of your binary mixture? Okay, so physically the mixture may be either one of the following type. So there are 5 types of mixture, and your mixture will be one of that type. If they have given a solid form, that means your mixture consists of solid plus solid. Okay, so benzoic acid plus beta naphthol, it may be the example. Cinnamic acid plus alpha naphthol, it may be the example. If your mixture is solid, that means it consists of two solids which are mixed together. Then type B, that is the second one, solid solid, that is eutectic mixture. What is eutectic mixture? Eutectic mixture means one compound of that mixture is eutectic, that means it liquefies at room temperature, and if it liquefies at room temperature, it may consist of one solid compound and other one eutectic compound. So there is chances of your mixture becomes liquid. एक जर कंपाऊंड लिक्विड मध्ये कन्वर्ट झालं रूम टेम्परेचरला, दॅट इज द युटेटिक फॉर्म मध्ये असेल, आणि दुसरं सॉलिड असेल, तर एकामुळे काय होईल, दुसरं सुद्धा लिक्विफाईड फॉर्म मध्ये कन्वर्ट होऊ शकेल. बट ऍक्च्युअली द नेचर ऑफ कंपाऊंड इज सॉलिड सॉलिड. सो बोथ आर द सॉलिड्स इन विच वन इज द युटेटिक सॉलिड, अनदर वन इज द सॉलिड. Okay, so example, camphor and methanol. Okay, so by using these solvents, the liquefied mass can be solidified after cooling. Okay, so there are different camphor plus benzoic acid, that is the example. Okay, so there are different examples in which the one compound is eutectic, another one is the solidified. Next one is solid, another one is liquid. Okay, so first one solid solid, both are the solid. Second one also both are the solid, but one is the eutectic compound which can liquefy at room temperature. The third one is the solid liquid, that is one compound is solid, another one is liquid. So solid compound may dissolve in the liquid and it will form a solution. So at the when we are providing a mixture to you, it may be a liquid form, so you can't identify it is solid liquid or it is liquid liquid, because solid may dissolve in the given form. For examples, they are given acetone plus benzoic acid, so acetone is liquid, benzoic acid is the solid. Second one, ethanol plus salicylic acid, so ethanol is liquid, salicylic acid is the solid. So one is the solid, another one is the liquid. Then fourth type, it is solid liquid, but the solid which is added, it is not soluble in the given liquid, so it may remain at the bottom in the mixture, so that is the suspension type. So at the upper side you will find out some liquid form which is the liquid, and the solid is, as it is not dissolved in the given solution or given solvent, it may remain as it is in the precipitate form at the bottom. So when you have provided such mixture, you will clearly identify the given mixture consists of one liquid form, one solid form, and the solid is not dissolved or can't be dissolved in the given liquid form. For example, toluene and benzoic acid. As benzoic acid is not soluble in the toluene, what happens when we are giving the mixture of toluene and benzoic acid? The benzoic acid, as it is non-soluble, insoluble, so it will remain as it is at the bottom of your test tube or beaker. So you can easily identify it is the mixture of solid and liquid. And finally the fifth one, that is the liquid liquid. So we can provide you the mixture which consists of two liquids. For example, aniline and toluene. Okay, so the physical nature of binary mixture, it may be the solid solid, in which two solid can mix together. Next one, solid solid, in which one is the solid, another one is solid, but it is the eutectic, so it can liquefy at room temperature. Third one is the solid liquid, in which solid can dissolve completely in the liquid form. Fourth one, that is the solid liquid, in which solid is insoluble in the liquid form, so it is present at the bottom as the form of the precipitate. And fifth one, that is the liquid, so you can be provided with the two liquid samples. So the next part is the identification of mixture. That means how can you identify which type of mixture it is present. So the two mixture, maybe both are colorless, or one of the solid form is in the color form, or both may be the color and solid form. So at that time what you have to do, if the liquid is present, you have to place 2 or 3 ml of liquid on the watch glass and place on ice bath and observe. If it is completely solidified, that means it is eutectic mixture. If it is partially solidified, that means it is solid plus liquid, that is the suspension. And no solidification takes place, that means your mixture is solid plus liquid, that is the solution, or liquid plus liquid. Now as we have seen, there is a physical form of the mixture. Okay, in that solid plus eutectic, solid plus liquid, insoluble, then liquid. Okay, so in such compounds, if you have to find out actually what is the form of the two mixtures, two compounds which are present in the mixture, you have to place liquid on the watch glass and you have to keep on ice bath and you have to observe. As we have said that in eutectic mixture, at the room temperature it can solidify, but it can liquidify, but at the temperature of ice it can be in the presence of solid form. So if complete solidification takes place, we can say that it is the eutectic mixture. That means one of the compound is eutectic and another one is the solid, because ice having the low temperature than the room temperature, so at the low temperature it regains its solid form. If some part becomes solidify of that liquid, that means your compound is one is solid, another one liquid, but solid is slightly soluble or insoluble in the liquid. And if there is no solidification takes place, that means your mixture is consists of two liquids or one solid and one liquid, in which solid is completely dissolved in the liquid. Now next part, the type of binary mixture. So binary mixture may be, as I have told, one may be acidic phenol, acid base, acid neutral, phenol base, phenol neutral, base neutral, or neutral neutral. Okay, next part is regarding actual practical what you have to perform. So there are different schemes for the separation and identification of the mixture. So scheme A is regarding the solid mixture. Okay, so how you can separate two solids. You have to take mixture plus you have to add sodium carbonate solution, mix well, shake for 5 minutes and filter. If residue is present, then it may be phenol base neutral. If acid is present, then you have to perform this addition of HCl, then precipitate will form, then again filter, then filtrate may consist of your compound. So like this, there are different schemes for your this practical, so that you can identify the mixture as well as you can separate the mixture, so that you can perform it individually. So this is one scheme for solid. Then this is scheme B for solid mixture in bulk separation. Then this is scheme C for liquid mixture. Then scheme D for the liquid mixture in bulk scale. Then scheme E for the solid mixture if it is water soluble. Okay, so like this there are different schemes: scheme A, scheme B, scheme C, scheme D, scheme E, from which you can identify. It may be acid, phenol, base, neutral. Then you can, using the different solvent as given in the scheme, you can separate the two compounds which are present in the mixture, so that the individual compounds can go for the identification, so that we can come to know which two compounds are present. Now, by using the schemes, we can separate the organic mixture. We can find out it is acidic, phenolic, neutral, or any other form. Then in same scheme they have given the procedure for the regeneration of the compounds. Now third part, that is the qualitative analysis of individual compounds. Actually you have already performed this in the OC Lab 1. Now in the qualitative analysis, now you are getting the two compounds separately, that is the compound 1, compound 2. So individually you have to find out which is this compound 1, which is the compound that is the compound 2nd. So for that you have to go for the first preliminary test, that means taste, order, then it is saturated, unsaturated, using the KMnO4 solution, bears, that we have already performed for the individual testing. Second one, sodium fusion test. So what happens in sodium fusion test, we come to know that which are the elements which are present along with the carbon, hydrogen, nascent oxygen, if they may consist of nitrogen, sulfur, any halogen, or all these they are present in the compounds, that can be identified by using the sodium fusion test. Then third one, we have to go for the functional group detection. So your compound is acidic, that is the COH group is present, amide group is present, amine group is present, ester, then naphthol, that is phenol group is present. So in the functional group detection you come to know that which is functional group which is present in the given compound. So what is functional group? Functional group, it is the group which gives the property that compound. Okay, so you can identify by seeing the chart, you will come to know there are different tests, and by performing the different tests you come to know which of the functional groups which are present in the given compound. Finally you have to go for the confirmatory test. You have to confirm that your compound, if benzoic acid is present, you have to go for the confirmatory test for benzoic acid, so that you can come to know that it is benzoic acid, or you confirm that it is benzoic acid. Finally, melting point. Okay, so after melting point it becomes double confirmed that your compound is the which compound, it is benzoic acid or alpha naphthol, beta naphthol, aniline. If a liquid is present you have to go for the boiling point. So this is the identification test or confirmatory test by which you come to know which two compounds are present. Okay, now so this is the introductory part for the separation and identification of binary mixture. I will again once repeat, you have to separate the binary mixture into individual compounds by using different schemes that we have shown, A, B, C, D, E schemes you can perform, so that you can separate, as well as the second part you can regenerate the compounds. And after regenerating individual compounds you have to go for the qualitative analysis of individual compounds of both, that is compound 1 and compound 2. In that you have to go for the preliminary test like odor, color, taste, then different saturation, unsaturation test, ignition test, that you have to go. Second one, you have to go for the sodium fusion test. It is also called as Lassen's test. You can identify in the given compound if nitrogen, sulfur or any halogen like chlorine, fluorine, they are present or not. Then you can go for the functional group detection of the compounds, that is it is acidic, it is amine, it is amide, ester, ether, ketone or ester, like this they are present or not, that can you identify by this third step, that is the functional group detection. Then you have to go for the confirmatory test. Suppose functional group detection you come to know that your compound is the acidic and it is benzoic acid, so you have to go for the confirmatory test for benzoic acid. And finally you have to go for the melting point. If solid compound is present you have to go for the boiling point if liquid compound is present. So by performing these 3 steps, and in the third step by performing these 5 steps, you will get the names of 2 individual compounds which are present in the given mixture. Okay, so for your syllabus there are totally 8 binary mixtures that you have to separate, you have to regenerate, and you have to go for qualitative analysis of individual compound to find out which 2 compounds are present in the given organic mixture. Okay, so that much regarding the your first experiment, that is the introductory part of separation and identification of binary mixture.